Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Decided in my quest to at least attempt to try to do Vlogmas that I'm going to do a few segments on dietary recommendations of what to do and what not to do for your pets. You guys know that the holidays is a time when we see most patients. Hospitals are booming usually the day after a holiday. Actually, this year was my first holiday being a veterinarian, and when I tell you guys that back-to-back cases I got in my clinic had dietary indiscretion clinical signs such as vomiting, diarrhea, and just lethargy in general. A common complaint by the owner themselves is that they let their pets get into things that they weren't supposed to get into. So this video, I'm just going to sum it up really quickly, just 6 things that you guys really want to avoid during this holiday season with your animals. And I'm judging this by what I've seen in my clinic. I'm trying to prevent you guys $100 veterinarian bills. So just watch to the end if you want to see. So number 1 is going to have to be bones. So a common misconception is actually that I can give my dog a bone or give my dog or cat, well, I don't think people give their cats bones. At least I hope they don't. But a lot of people do think that it's okay to give dogs bones from a turkey, chicken, or even a ham bone. This is not recommended. Their teeth kind of cuts into the bone, sharp edges are exposed, and inside the intestines, those sharp edges can actually perforate the intestines, and all of the bacteria that is in a dog's intestines can leak out into the body, and you can get a quick septicemia that way. Also, bones have the ability to, when broken down, they kind of mush together to form a large ball, and then that can form as an obstruction in the intestines. That actually calls for surgery, where we will have to cut open the body wall and do something called an exploratory laparotomy to remove that. So if left untreated, a dog can be constantly constipated or persistently constipated, and that obviously isn't good. That can have some really detrimental effects. So guys, avoid bones from animals for the holiday season. Number 2, everyone knows about chocolate. So chocolate is not good for dogs. They cannot process the chemical in chocolate that causes them to basically have CNS signs. They can get vomiting and GI clinical signs, but try to avoid chocolate if you can. What you guys need to remember is the darker the chocolate, the worse it can be. The worst will be Baker's, so that's the darkest chocolate. So just kind of keep in mind, the darker the chocolate, the worse the outcome. So number 3, so a lot of people use onions and garlic to season their food. And some people even use grilled onions for things like stuffing or turkey or whatever the case may be. Dogs and cats alike. So do not use onion and garlic, or use onion and garlic, but make sure your animal does not get a hold of onion and garlic, because like I said, it's toxic for them. Their blood, it can have a very serious effect on their blood and cause a really serious anemia. So number 4, so you guys know when you're like unwrapping something, those little silica packets in the boxes, those are actually toxic to animals. So you guys know the little packets that come in boxes when you guys have, I don't know, when you order something. They're found in like new shoes, purses. They're found in like backpacks, new shoes, and purses. And sometimes they can also be found in like beef jerky packs or food, like treat bags. But they're like the little package that kind of keeps things fresh. Avoid those. Those actually can cause iron poisoning. Now we don't see that as much, but just keep in mind that that is something that can cause an issue. So when you guys are unboxing your new things, the children are unboxing their new shoes or their new purses or their new backpacks, just keep in mind that that is toxic to animals. So number 5, we're gonna do mushrooms. So I don't know how many of you guys use mushrooms. It's not good for their livers. So just be careful when you guys are, you know, using your ingredients in your food, that the dogs don't get a hold of mushroom. Last but not least, I want to talk about grapes and raisins. So I don't know if a lot of people use grapes and raisins during the holidays, but maybe you just want a little bowl of grapes while you're decorating. I don't know. But I will tell you that grapes and raisins are toxic to some dogs. So they have not been able yet to pinpoint if it is the flesh of the grape, the seed of the grape, or the skin of the grape. They just know that grapes do cause kidney failure, acute kidney failure in some dogs. So just be careful that you guys don't let them get into any grapes or raisins or anything like that, because that's toxic to them. One thing I really want to stress you guys is dogs and cats, they're not really designed to digest high fatty diet. Honestly, I feel like humans aren't really either, but we do it anyway. But it has less of an effect on us. So dogs actually and cats can get something called pancreatitis when they digest high fatty foods. It's the organ in the body that kind of digests our starch and our fats. So when we eat a diet that's high in fat, that can cause an inflammation in that organ. Pancreatitis is a nasty thing to have, because it's pretty much an enzyme factory, the pancreas is. So it releases multiple enzymes, and that can damage the surrounding tissues in the body. What's near a pancreas? The intestine, the liver, the stomach. All those enzymes from the pancreas can damage surrounding tissues. So we do not want a pancreatitis, because then your pet will end up in my clinic with fluids, needing emergency fluids and antibiotics. Try to close the trash can, you guys. The day after Thanksgiving, I actually got a really high volume of sick animals, and that was because owners either left food out on the table or they didn't close their trash cans. I've had a man leave food in the garbage disposal area, in the sink area, and his cat got a hold of that and came in with bloody diarrhea. Or just feeding your pets food that it's expired a little bit, say it's been in the refrigerator a long time. I had a lady who left her the remainder of her rotisserie chicken on the counter, and her dog got to it and came in really ill. If you guys have a strict diet that you're feeding your animals, it's important to tell your guests that you have coming over, do not sneak table foods. This goes for children as well. I did have a client whose animal she came in and she said that she suspected that some of the guests slid her animal table food when she wasn't looking. And of course, we want our animals to enjoy the festivities as well. We want them to feel like they're a part of celebrating the holidays, because after all, our pets are our families. However, we don't want to give them too much table food. Like I said, it's not good for their pancreas. They can't really process it well, and it will disrupt their intestinal situation down there. You guys know that when you're introducing a new food to an animal, it must be done slow, because their stomachs can be sensitive, and I've seen dogs with a super sensitive stomach. Some animals do have a more sensitive stomach than others, but overall, in general, it is a rule of thumb that we do not want to introduce too much new food at once, even dog food. So just be mindful that when you guys are giving this food that your animals aren't used to getting on a daily basis, that this can have detrimental effect on their intestines. So I also have seen a lot of my patients come in, their dogs, oh, I think he may have swallowed an ornament, or he may have swallowed a little decorative piece that's small. So just kind of keep an eye on them, you guys. Like, their dogs and cats alike are very adventurous. They like to explore, they like to taste new things. They usually don't have a preference on what they eat. So just kind of be mindful of that and watch them so that they don't eat ornaments off of a tree or whatever the case may be, because that is definitely possible. Definitely possible. These are the complaints that I noticed in a lot of my clients that came following the holidays. So I hope you guys come back to my channel to kind of see if you can find videos that relate to you. I will be posting vet related content once a week now, but I still will be trying to post twice a week as well. So I want to incorporate a little bit of my personal life for those of you who are invested in that part of me, but I also want to incorporate this part of me because this is my career and it will be for a while. So I just like to educate. I love to educate. I actually probably will end up becoming some sort of professor because I like to see people understand. I like to teach people and I like people to know. So I actually want you to avoid having to go to the veterinarian. This is something that I'll be incorporating, just information, helpful information. So I'm excited because I also will be posting about diseases. I'll be posting about all types of facts that are good to know for all species: dogs, cats, birds, cows, horses, you name it. I'll be posting videos on that. So guys, just stick with me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it helped, and I hope it helps you save some money at your veterinarian. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Turn the notification bell on and just, you know, share the video. I don't want anybody to have to suffer this season. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas. Bye.